Values that we need to have. Like, society is bringing up this hype about a woman supporting her black man and being there for him, ride or die, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, a man is gonna bring to the table what he brings for that woman to feel like she can ride or die. And whenever that man brings that to the table, it's gonna be up to her to put everything that she can on the table. She has to go above and beyond putting on the table what it is that she wants to give her man. You gotta do more, sis. If you got a man that's gonna go out there and hustle for you, take care of you, take care of the kids that you don't even have with him, make sure you got something to eat, make sure you got clothes on your back, make sure you got everything you need and more, plus more, without abusing you, really holding your value up, holding you to your own value, your own standard, making you remember who you are. You're supposed to take care of that man.
All set?
You definitely have to invest in yourself, and if you do have a business, the same way a church does it when they put in the 10%, they say put in 10%. I believe if you have a business, you should keep 10% in your pocket. First, take care of your queen, take care of your kids, and make sure your family's good, and I feed my cats. After that, everything else goes into the business, and I keep 10% of me only with me. So it's not just about, like flashy things. You have to constantly tell entrepreneurs that. So if you don't believe in that method, it works for me, where I just take care of my family, my son, my queen, make sure everybody good, make sure the family good, make sure everybody eating. Back into the business.
The importance of artist collaboration. Here at B&SUN Art Gallery, we love to support and collaborate with artists. We have the particular opportunity to collab with Velvet G and Solar. If you have not followed them yet, I do encourage you to follow them. King Love Solar, type that in and it will come in your Instagram, and Creole Femininity, Creole.Femininity, that'll come in your Instagram. Two beautiful, beautiful artists here in Jacksonville to promote love, community, support, and Black excellence. And that's what we're all about at B&SUN Art Gallery. Every artist that we collaborate with or open up the doors, even for a rehearsal, just to test the microphone before a show, they really receive that. And the way that they pour themselves into the microphone when it's time to perform, it's really beautiful to watch. Just to create and be able to put on shows and events where the whole object of the show is to showcase other people's talents and artistic expression. I really truly enjoy it, even down to karaoke, and you all know I love karaoke. So yeah, I'm very happy just to be a part of B&SUN because of that genuine effort towards the community and artistic heart here in Jacksonville. Tiffany Simone.
Some money, or you need some funding for this?
You know you connected right here.
I just never have a reason to call these people.
Yeah.
So when I'm in my Scorpio North now, I find reasons to call these people. But if I'm sitting at the house focused on these people, and I'm missing out on my spirituality, my art, my craft, and myself, I don't know what to do with them. And so I'm sitting here stuck. And that's been the majority of my life. Joining groups, looking for friends, looking for connections, and things like that. When I found it, you came to me, and it was once we built a relationship. That's Scorpio Leo. And it's to do what? Express spirituality, express art, creation, ourselves. And that is what changes the community. That is what makes us the money. We just talked about a whole plan to make our fans rich. That's the type of creators we are.
It's levels.
We're not talking about, hey, how can we get this
Where
money? What can we
everybody
do? How can we do
benefit.
this?
Yeah, not
How can we make the community?
It's different when you
How
think
can we
about
make
self.
the fans rich?
Yes.
How can we make everybody wealthy?
Other artists.
Am
who
I
are
really an
involved.
asset
Facts.
to the world, or am I a liability? Because most people is investing in the liability artists.
Facts.
I don't know if they put the money and they never get none back.
Yeah.
They put the money into us. It could upgrade their entire life. It could change their life
Facts.
by investing in us because of where our minds are, where our hearts are at. More important.
The first few to hop into it is gonna be.
I'm so excited.
And I like to kind of like start off the show with like affirmations, or have them like look into their phones and tell themselves that like I know you. So, but I just kind of like play it off here. But yeah, just kind of like getting them kind of like, because you know,
Engaged.
squirmy, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, once you're squirmy, then you can laugh. You're like, oh, let me shift my position and get ready. 'Cause
That's true.
I can be on the spot or something.
I'm excited for this because it almost makes me feel like we're ushering the world into self-love,
Yeah.
like in a way. And to bring the community together and be able to offer that is huge. I see a lot of people talk about self-love, you know, and on their journeys with self-love, but it's just different when you bring the community together to experience it and to talk about it. I'm excited.
Love on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Groove and dance and like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that tastes like a potato pie, a sweet potato pie. Even the way that I thought when I was a teenager, a lot of people would be like, you're such a rebel. You don't want to follow the rules. You don't want to listen to what it is that I have to tell you to do, or not even to do, but wisdom. People think that I don't listen to wisdom, but it's not that I don't listen to wisdom, and it's not that I don't hear what people are saying. It's just that I think a certain way. I think a different way. And it's like, I feel like in the world that we were growing up in and have grown up in, we need to have a broader thought pattern about how to live life and how we should live life, because we're trying to follow our dreams. We're trying to live out our dreams. And having a mediocre mindset is not going to get you to your dreams. You have to think outside the box. You have to not listen to what other people is telling you to do that's not thinking on a bigger scale and thinking mediocre. You can't get advice from somebody that's thinking mediocre and you're trying to live in a bigger sense, you know, in a dream, in your dream. And so that's where that comes from with me, you know, but I get looked at as a rebel. My friends get looked at as a rebel. The people I live around get looked at as a rebel, but I don't look at us as rebels. I look at us as dream chasers. I look at us as reality builders, you know, doing things and living certain lifestyles that's outside of the norm of what we're used to living and how we're used to thinking, how we're used to being. It's time for a change.
Is Yo B, bro?
I just go right now. This is how fast I work. So is the trigger the problem? Is the person who's triggering you the problem, or is the fact that that trigger is so heavy in you the problem? It's always an introspective job. Always. So, only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like that's what we came away from, and now what I'm experiencing with y'all, like B&SUN, like what I experienced, the energy here is like, no, we want to do better for ourselves and the community. So that starts where?
Ourselves.
I wish I could change the world right now, but that's going to take so much energy to do. I'd rather let the universe change the world. It's already doing that. I can change me now, today, forever.
That's true.
Can't change you. I can't get you to do this or to get that. But you can change you, you feel me? And that's love. When people choose to do that for themselves and then share their energy. And we haven't been experiencing that for years. So this is a big shift. Jacksonville is a shift, and today's a whole reset energy. So,
That's good. Yeah.
like, I really appreciate y'all for everything that you guys are catalyzing. Our growth, y'all's growth, Jacksonville's growth, and then so you didn't even know the blood stuff, so I started calling you the blood queen.
But I said, I feel like I'm doing the blood thing now because I feel so connected to, like, your blood is
Heritage.
DNA, is your heritage, it's your lineage, it's your information of who you are. So it's like, if we're gonna talk about healing and working on ourselves, and you gotta go into the DNA, you gotta see what's active, and then that's relative to astrology.
Generations.
So it's like,
Eighth hermetic principle.
you gotta go deep into the details of who we are, which is through our bloodlines, to be able to figure out what it is that need to be healed. Like for me personally, just in a moment ago, off camera, y'all, you know, they got a lot of anger built up from not being able to express ourselves as a people. And so that has come through me, that has come through my younger siblings, like, and I watch that everywhere I go, and it's like, how could I become a better me? You know, tap into my blood, understand where I come from, understand my people, so that I can work on it. Because if you don't know,
We just spoke on
able to
that.
write on it.
We were just speaking on that. Why people ignore those lower frequencies, those lower chakras, those lower energies. The whole time you ignore that, that's where all your trauma's at. The whole time you ignore that, that's where your trauma's at. And you gotta literally go into those spaces and make a song in B minor. Make a song that's sad or like somber
But my issue with
or
minor
lower
music
with
is
what
that
people
they
say.
put it on, they're just notes.
Thank
They're
you.
beautiful
They're just
scales.
notes.
That was my thing. It's like, I was telling him that at one point, minor music as opposed to major like keys and scales was seen as like demonic. And so yes, but like artists usually would embrace like anything that goes against like a rigid like structure. So and that mimics throughout like painting and like opera, like avant-garde and things like that, where we have like a lot of dissonance as like chord structures or notes that are played like very, very close together so that it makes your ears kind of like tingle. But it's a type of harmony still, even though it's not necessarily pleasing to the ear, it doesn't make it evil.
It's still doing
That's
something.
what I'm
It's just something
saying.
different.
Is that
It's just
But
something
that's-
different.
because minor music evokes a different, like
So,
it still evokes
I
love.
got a question for you. Do you think that we are now again in another musical renaissance era?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Artistic renaissance.
I've taken all of my
Black
beats.
Renaissance.
Majority of all of my music is minor music.
Mm-hmm.
G minor, F minor,
Same.
D minor. I love it.
Yeah.
That goes my go-to.
And this is our first episode of